In a recent TeachLab podcast, we talked with Dr. Beverly Daniel Tatum, author of Why Are All the Black Kids Sitting Together in the Cafeteria and Other Conversations About Race. She talked about the power of dialogue, especially about controversial topics. And she gave us some advice on what to do when conversations about race don't go exactly the way you were hoping they would. As you encourage teachers to have more conversations about race, are there any things that particularly worry you of like, have more conversations about race, but not like that? That's not what I meant.
Yeah. Well, I think it is really important to create a community of practice so that you can get feedback. We all make mistakes, and I started teaching my first class on racism. I taught that class for the first time when I was 26 years old in 1980, and I certainly made mistakes. So I always like to say, if we wait for perfection, we will never get started. Yeah. So we know mistakes are going to happen. But if you have a community of peers that you're regularly talking to, you can get feedback, you can get better. If you make a mistake in class, you can come back next week and say, class, we were doing this thing and I said something I wish I hadn't said, or I did something that I'm not sure was that helpful, and so I really want to see if we can revisit that today because I've been thinking about it. There are ways to kind of correct one's errors in real time that students appreciate. That said, there's nothing better than being able to have real-time feedback from peers who are also working with these issues. And there are schools that create those learning groups that read things together, that talk to each other about these issues, and I think that helps.